Are you waiving your right to a speedy preliminary hearing and agreeing that that hearing can be held outside the 14-day period?
Yes.
And Ms. Taylor, do you concur with this waiver?
I do.
I will find your waiver of speedy preliminary hearing is knowing, intelligently, voluntarily entered here in open court with the
Welcome back to the channel, everybody, where we cover murder, mystery to the paranormal. So Bryan Kohberger just got out of court today. He apparently just waived his right to a speedy trial, and his next hearing will be a preliminary hearing set on June 26th of this year. There was a new article that came out where CBS and some other news outlets spoke to the residents at the Steptoe Village apartments where Bryan Kohberger was living, and they had some interesting insight to his behavior before and after the crime. One student who lived above Bryan said Bryan seemed very chatty at times and would ask to hang out with the student, but they never did. This student said even though he seemed like a decent guy, he would often avoid Bryan just because Bryan would like to talk for long periods of time and didn't know how to have a short conversation in passing. Apparently, Bryan would frequent coffee shops and local breweries near Pullman, Washington. Another person who was interviewed, a lady who lived directly under Bryan Kohberger, said although nothing seemed off about him, she said he was an insomniac who would often wake her up by pacing back and forth and running his garbage disposal around 4 a.m. in the morning. What is interesting is in this article, it talks about something he did 4 days after the murder, and that is he was keeping his medical appointments at the Pullman medical office. Not sure what he was being seen for, but the medical staff said he showed up with his black North Face jacket and was really friendly to the staff members. Keep in mind, this is 4 days after the murder, and the staff said he was so nice and quite charming that they took note. Another resident did an interview with CBS and had some shocking things to say. So days after the murders, Bryan apparently walked up to one of his neighbors at the apartment complex and started talking about the Idaho student case and asked if the guy had heard anything about it, which the neighbor did. Bryan said it seems like they have no leads, like it was a crime of passion. This was just a few days after the murders. Bryan Kohberger's own words, a crime of passion. Could part of this be true and a peek into the why he committed this heinous crime? We do know after he moved into that apartment complex around June 25th, his phone would ping at least 12 times, often in the early hours, around the 1122 King Road residence. So it seems he could have been stalking his prey months prior to the terrible tragedy. I hope you enjoyed today's short video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thank you guys so much.